Anil Desai of the Shiv Sena, Member of Parliament, Taslim Ahmad Rahmani of the Muslim Political Council of India, Kamal Farooqi, a well-known political commentator, Sanjay Jha of the Congress Party. My first question is to Subramaniam Swamy. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy of the BJP, Narendra Modi urges people to undertake a 10-year moratorium on communal, caste and class clashes to see positive results, he says. Now, is that a misplaced suggestion? Subramaniam Swamy, because that message should have gone out to his political affiliates who have played a role in instigating riots to take, they should be the ones undertaking a moratorium instead of all the people of India.
Well, I'm sorry you haven't studied the commission inquiries, various reports since 1964. It's never one-sided. There are two sides to this. And so he's appealing to both sides. So how can he only appeal to one side?
No, at a time when Parliament has witnessed heated debates on communal violence, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, a debate that Mr. Modi himself, by the way, did not participate in, should he have used this platform to send across a stronger message to the Praveen Togadia, Sangeet Som, Yogi Adityanath kind of figures? He's the Prime Minister of India. He should send a message not only to one side, but you should also send a message to the other side. Do you think that there are no hotheads like Azam Khan and others in the other parties? No, 1 second. The centre's response to the communal violence debate in Parliament is still pending. This is a perfect opportunity. Look at the opportunity, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy. You are the master of political strategy in terms of opportunity. Look at the opportunity he has here to send a wonderful message to all his critics that I don't care. I'm not intimidated by Nagpur. I don't care if Nagpur does not approve, but I will take on each and every one of those elements who spread vitriol.
There's no question of intimidation from anywhere. He's only obliged to the manifesto of the party. But other than that, he's the Prime Minister. He's a Lord and Master, all that he surveys. So where is the question of his being afraid of anybody?
Okay, fine. Why a 10-year moratorium?
Because 10 years, 10 years is a period after which it will become stable.
Why should there be a moratorium on violence? There should be an end to violence.
Yes,
I don't understand the concept of a moratorium.
There are lots of grievances on both sides, and it's not easy to solve the problem. It's first better get a peace.
No, I'm not. Okay, so I think Kamal Farooqi has the first rebut to you. Thank you for your opening comments. We have not been agreeing on many issues of late, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy. Kamal, by the way, happy Independence Day to all our panelists.
Yeah,
first of all, I want to begin by saying that. Yes, but
if we two agree, then both of us will lose.
Yes, perhaps so. But happy Independence Day to you, Sanjay Jha, Mr. Anil Desai, Kamal Farooqi, and Dr. Taslim Ahmad Rahmani. On our Newshour debate, the first rebut to you is coming in from Kamal Farooqi.
Me and you may lose, but my country should not lose.
That's well said. Well said.
And unfortunately, my country is losing by the kind of the words which are being used during the last 2.5 months. We were not expecting that this would have happened like this. Things are going haywire. People are using on the television channels, on media, all kind of hatreds they are using. Mr. Modi should have been very, very strict, whosoever it may be, whether it is this side or that side. He should have been very strict that the legal action would be taken for all those people who are spreading all those kind of canards in the country, in fact. Whether it is the love jihad or any other kind of thing.
Love jihad.
People are making kind of remarks without any having its substance. Yesterday I was on one of the TV and I challenge anybody who is using the television for having all those kind of things. They should be prosecuted whether he is the minister or he is the MP. People are using it without having any facts and figures. Mr. Modi should have warned all those people, and I'm not talking about one single community, I'm talking about all other person. This should absolutely be, there no question of any, there should be no tolerance for all these communal feelings. The kind of remarks which they are making, the kind of speeches which they are making, the kind of the challenges which they are throwing to the minorities and other people, weaker sections of society, it is not acceptable in the country.
And this goes for both sides,
both
Mr.
sides,
Farooqi.
I'm saying
you accept it goes for both sides.
Both sides.
Hindus and Muslims.
Yes.
And those who provoke Hindus and those who provoke Muslims.
I agree with you.
And therefore the Prime Minister could have said, Anil Desai.
I agree with you on this.
That therefore the Prime Minister, Anil Desai, let me come, the Prime Minister lost an opportunity. He could have said, I will deal with the people who incite. I will deal with the people who provoke. I will deal with the people who divide. And I will deal with them so strongly that they will be unacceptable and pariahs in this country. Mr. Desai, why did Narendra Modi not say that today? Should he have said that today?
See, now, to start with, should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, see, on the 68th Independence Day ceremony, which was in the morning, Prime Minister addressed the nation. He has made the beginning, and if at all, if you happen to see as a Prime Minister of India, what he has said, that this should be restrained, this moratorium, in the sense 10 years moratorium, should not go in a very literal way of it. Literally, if you go to see, is made a beginning, and the restraint has to be from all the religions, all the castes and creeds which are there.
Sure, but who's going to keep Yogi Adityanath under check?
Of course, I mean, there are
stands and speaks in Parliament,
which will put a tight leash. Which will put a tight leash on the people who make this kind of provocative.
Exactly, but was that mentioned today?
Where stoking.
No, but you see, if you want to end communal violence, you'll first have to deal with the people who divide, who use communal vitriol for political purposes. Come on, sir, be honest. Hasn't your party used communalism in the past for political, to serve a political agenda? Have you not? Are there not other people who do?
Absolutely not. Our party, Shiv Sena, only being a regional party doesn't mean that, I mean, we are fomenting any kind of communalism, or we are responsible for anything which is happening in the state of Maharashtra. It's absolutely not so. If you happen to go in every riots which have taken place, or which had the provocations from either side, if you happen to see what has come out of the investigations, it will say that Shiv Sena as a party absolutely has not played any role in provoking or to start. We have always played a role of if anything comes to us. I mean, we try to placate, but any kind of this thing is going beyond control.
Sir,
reactions to that.
You believe yourself? You believe, is there a person called Ramdas Kadam in your party? Did that person called Ramdas Kadam on the 22nd of April 2014 say that these Muslims rioted against the police, and these Muslims burned their vehicles, these Muslims vandalized the statues of martyrs, they molested police women, and I'm sure that Modi will ensure that such acts are not left unpunished? Was that not a provocative remark in a pre-election environment? Is that not divisive?
Let me speak on this particular
Mr. Desai.
Now, Mr.
Desai, concede. Mr. Desai, concede.
What incidents you are referring to? You are very much there in Mumbai. Your studio and your people are there. You yourself, your position in Mumbai. You have seen what has happened in Azad Maidan, the day the incidents which you are referring, and the reaction given by Ramdas
Mr. Desai, you know and I know.
Things have been seen by the nation. The entire country has witnessed it.
Mr. Desai,
it was not an act on the part of Shiv Sena. The things which have taken place, people from Mumra and people from Bangladesh and people who were not the citizens of this country.
Mr. Desai, you know this underlying.
One second. They created a scene over there.
Mr. Desai,
against the police
Mr. Desai, I ask you this question.
Women constables.
I ask you the question.
Come to light.
No. I asked you the question here. Okay, we equally. No, one second. We think.
Should we be a mute spectator to all these kind of things which are happening? Can we not react to that? If any discipline, if anything, is controlling these factors or
Mr. Desai, just a minute. Mr. Desai, we believe.
If it is not coming from the state government,
Mr. Desai,
spectators, we are there as a strong opposition party.
Mr. Desai, 1 minute, please. Let Sanjay Jha and Mr. Taslim Rahmani come in right now. Narendra Modi asked today, how long will this continue? Now, I think the answer is simple. Sanjay Jha raises hand. I'm coming to you, sir. This will continue as long as you let people like Lakshmikant Vajpayee or Azam Khan, Praveen Togadia or Akbaruddin Owaisi and Ashok Singhal have a free run with their communal speeches. Who's going to address that?
Or even Imran.
Or even
Imran of Saharanpur.
Of course, even Imran of Saharanpur. It's equal. It's not Hindu or Muslim.
Yes.
It's both. All these agents on both sides. Sanjay Jha wanted to come in. Tasneem Rahmani. Are conflicting signals being sent? Did the Prime Minister get specific enough? Sanjay.
Yeah, you know, firstly, just to respond to Mr. Desai, the Shiv Sena, Arnab, and he knows it, besides his absolutely horrendous role in the 1993 Mumbai riots, but the entire political rehabilitation of the Shiv Sena was based on Hindutva. So for them to pretend they are not communal is absolute balderdash. But you know, the larger point that you're raising today is I'll tell you, Arnab, where it's relevant. If Mr. Modi is really going to sing a lot of paeans about economic growth, then he needs to realize that as a leader of a very vast and a phenomenal country like India, you need social and communal harmony. That's almost like a precondition. If you have social tensions, you have communal configurations in India, the economic growth will not happen, foreign direct investors will run away, you can create all kinds of panic within the country. So it's in the interest of India, it's in the interest of the BJP NDA government to ensure that there is communal stability in the country, and that's primordial. It has to be maintained. And you raised a very valid point, Arnab. You know, end of day today, I think the disturbing signal is when I hear people like Manohar Parrikar. You know, he's supposed to be the modern, educated, liberal, a more, shall we say, moderated voice within the BJP.
That's right, very well.
And in the Goa Chief Minister, you know, has made multiple statements of
repeatedly, even day before yesterday.
It almost sounds regressive and very retrograde.
Yes.
Yeah, he said it day before yesterday. So the question comes up that, you know, it's bad enough that you have somebody very controversial making statements against the minority community in parliament on a communal violence issue in Yogi Adityanath yesterday that I watched on your television program. Now, these are sending very disturbing messages. And as a Prime Minister who's been questioned on his own communal track record in the past, he needs to exploit these platforms.
Why hasn't he? Subramaniam Swamy.
Now, I believe the reason why he can't is he a willing prisoner of the RSS? I mean, that is a fundamental question that the BJP needs to answer.
That's true. Question goes back to you.
A willing prisoner. That's my biggest apprehension.
It's Subramaniam Swamy, you understand this. It's talk versus action. It sounds very poetic from the ramparts of the Red Fort. You know, but at the end of the day, you need to bring it down to nitty-gritties and specifics.
Well,
you can't pass that responsibility to the people. It's like the Congress saying, for example, corruption is very bad. But what will you do against corruption, we won't tell you.
Well, first of all, I must remind you that there is something called the Constitution of India, which gives freedom of expression subject to reasonable restrictions. If there's any extreme statement which is highly provocative, the Indian IPC has a section called 295. You can invoke that. You can invoke 153. And anyone can. No, you are berating the Shiv Sena. There's a Congress government there. They haven't filed a single case against anybody.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? It shows that there is no sustainable,
so
no illegal.
My question to you is, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy.
You have a right to express an opinion.
No, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy.
It's not a banned word.
My question.
Say that I like Hindutva. Hindutva should come to India. That doesn't break any law.
Okay,
because you don't like it and your secular ideology doesn't.
Why your secular ideology, sir, not yours?
Because you
don't believe in it. Why do you say your secular ideology?
Completely bunkum. It is not the original definition. It is not consistent with our ethos. We are Hindus who have always accepted that all religions lead to God. It is Islam and Christianity which doesn't say that. We don't call them communal because they say only our religion counts. Hindu religion is such a secular religion. It has received the Jews and the Parsis here, looked after them. In no other country the Jews have been having the kind of hospitality that we gave them.
Sir, I mean, you know, you understand the backdrop in which this is being spoken about. I thought we went through an election in which you said India first.
Yes,
and now at a time when there has been so much communal violence.
We went to an election with a manifesto which said that the Uniform Civil Code will come, Article 370 will go, Ram Temple will be built. Where is the question of our going and fooling the public? The manifesto was clear.
And the people will be allowed to. And the people will be allowed to speak whatever they feel like. Whether they will.
Not whatever they feel like.
They will be.
They will
They will be. They will. Listen, Dr. Saab. Listen, Dr. Saab. They will be allowed to threaten the people that listen. 2002, if you are forgotten, Muzaffarnagar should remember, and they will go scot free. And you will be saying that it will
private complaint. Go and file a private complaint if anyone has
Why should I
file a private complaint?
Why my Prime Minister cannot take an action against them?
All right,
why can't you do that?
Who was the government? Because Gujarat
he's the Prime Minister of the country.
Communal right.
At least he could have said it on the rampart of the
communal right for the last 10 years.
He could have said it from the rampart of the years.
Gujarat has had complete peace. Which government is responsible for not prosecuting such a person?
Why can't you do it right now? Whoever is doing
Why should I do it? Because I don't see anyone breaking the law. If he breaks the law, I will go and file a private complaint.
You do not see. You do not see that people are threatening the people. That remember 2002, otherwise 2000.
You say so, I cannot believe it. I have to see a record.
No, I think you should play the statement of all those people. In fact,
well, I'll tell you what Praveen Togadia said. I just don't want to repeat it today somewhere. Somewhere today, Subramaniam Swamy. I don't even want to repeat the kind of rubbish that Praveen Togadia speaks. And that, if the Prime Minister gets almost emotional talking about these subjects on Independence Day, then he must also, I'm sure, at some level understand how divisive the comments of Praveen Togadia are. I won't repeat them on Independence Day, sir. Well, it goes against my instinct as an Indian to repeat that kind of language. I hope you don't support it either.
No such remark of Praveen Togadia. I think I cannot take your word for it because you also have a bad habit of embroidering things.
I embroider nothing. At least, unlike you, sir, I'm not being an ostrich-like attitude, putting my head in the sand and pretending it was not said.
Out front here, arguing the matter, defending. Where's the ostrich?
You go back and find out.
Anything.
You go back and find out, Dr. Swamy, what he said on 19th of July, 2014.
I will tell you on this television, you allowed the brother of the Imam of Jama Masjid to say that I said I will cut Muslim to pieces, and I got a tape recording. Later on he apologized to me, but you didn't have the courtesy to show it on your broadcast.
It was very much covered, and I think I personally called you and told you that, Dr. Swamy, but don't bring that into the...
Then I told you.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue.
I am telling you, you can make mistakes. You are not infallible.
Sir, neither are you.
So
with some respect, neither are you.
You show me one mistake I made, I will immediately agree.
You're making a mistake right now, but it's not about that. You're making a mistake about Praveen Togadia. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
I
know Praveen Togadia. He is not capable of saying such things which excite you.
Dr. Saab, you are very innocent.
Sir, these questions...
I am not innocent. I know what kind of thing. You have double standards. One gentleman in Saranpur says that he will cut Modi to pieces. You have not said a word about him.
I have already said on this television, but he should also be treated the same way. Whosoever it may be. Whosoever it may be. Prime Minister should be very strict against all, whether it is a Muslim or a Hindu.
I have not seen anything that Mr. Togadia has said which can be told as breaking the law.
I say today, I think Mr. Modi says the right thing when he asks. Taslim Rahmani, sorry to keep you out of the debate so far. Sanjay Cha, I know you want to respond to Subramaniam Swamy. Let me just get Mr. Rahmani into the debate. He's sitting right there next to Subramaniam Swamy. Sir, when Modi asks how long will it continue, Taslim Rahmani Saab, when he says how long will it continue, he makes the right point. Should he have been more specific?
I want to say a happy Independence Day to all of the panelists and all of the nation. And then I want to say, as far as the moratorium is concerned, I feel the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister himself understands the most appropriately that what is the dynamic and what is the impact of a communal right. Because he himself has seen the communal pogrom in his own state when he took charge of that state, and then he continued for next 12 years as the chief minister of that state. So I think he understands the most appropriate way. Number two, he has given so many packages to the fellow countrymen today. If he wants a moratorium on the communal rights and the caste conflicts, he must be welcome, but he must come out with some package. How? How will he deal that? Will he come with the communal violence protection bill which is pending in the House? At the debate, 2 days back, there was a debate in the parliament. Why didn't he come out and with the open terms and criticize and condemning the communal violence, the very recent communal violence in the states like Uttar Pradesh and elsewhere there's 600 communal violence. We were expecting that our beloved Prime Minister will utter at least one word condemning that kind of communal violence. Inside the parliament, it was a debate unanswered.